on, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a fantastic start to your weekend, be it whether you're home or on one of these lovely highways that run all around our country. Got a little discussion I want to come up, or I want to talk about while I'm driving here. By the way, I'm down here in Georgia right now. Just left Cummings, Georgia. Heading on up to Fairfield, Ohio, and then home. Never been down this area. I've never picked up down here before. So, I just picked up, so I'm kind of paying attention to the GPS here. A little real-time action going on. Anyway, there was a video, a live feed put out by a certain gentleman by the name of 404 Trucker Dave. Lovely gentleman he is, very lovely. Anyway, he put out a video about basically praising Red Viking Trucker, or RVT. So here's the thing. He wanted to ask RVT a question, and he was going to pay Red Viking Trucker a abundance of money to ask a simple question. And he wouldn't tell anybody what that question was on the live feed, which is, here's the kicker. This is where, what's up, Copper? This is where it gets interesting. There were two very knowledgeable drivers in his live feed. One of them, Yukon Cornelius, and Lil Dog Trucker, or Will. They were both begging him to ask the question so they could answer it for free. He wouldn't do it. Now, I found out later why, and I'll get to that. He replied, I swear 404 has the mentality of a second grader, but I'll reply to, or I'll, get back to why he didn't ask. And I now know why he didn't ask, but his comments back to me were hilarious. Anyway, he would not even put the question out there for Lil Dog or Yukon to answer for free. And here's my issue. RVT charges, I think, about $30 for half an hour and like 45 or 40, something like that, for an hour to talk to him. All right. Now, let me preface this by saying I am 100% free market, capitalism kind of guy. Make your money however you want to, as long as you're not holding anybody up at gunpoint or strong-arming anybody. Do what you have to make your money. That's just the way I am. But that does not mean that there are not ways that are not moral, or ways that are taking advantage of other people, and in a way that it really shouldn't be. And here's why. RVT has 2 years of experience on the road, and although he seems like a decent guy, I'll give him that. He seems like a smart guy. He's been around a little bit when it comes to business and things like that, but he's only been in trucking for 2 years. He's charging people for consultations on driving a truck. Just like what he reminds me of is those people that do the infomercials for, like, what would it be, like affiliate marketing, things like that, where you do stuff online. And that's a little more understandable because, for one, they have actual experience doing that stuff, and they've made a pretty good buck doing it, and they've been doing it for a while. And And it's not exactly a course that you get in college. There is no affiliate marketing course per se at any kind of a reputable school. So, we need people like that out there to teach other people that want to do affiliate marketing how to do it. You don't need that with truck driving. You have millions of truck drivers out here, and the majority of them would be more than willing to give helping advice to anybody in need. Because we've all been at the bottom of the food chain, so to speak. We know what it's like. We know what it's like not to have the answers. We know what it's like to have to ask somebody with experience for the answers. But what we don't know is what it's like to have to pay a truck driver to answer those questions for us, especially one that only has 2 years of experience. There's no justifiable reason to pay somebody like that. Now, if he had, 10, 15, 20 years experience, and he wanted to charge, I'd be a little less critical about it. I'd still not fully agree with it because there's so many other drivers out here that would answer it for free, but hey, you know what? It's a voluntary monetary transaction from one person, from one party to another party. So there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just, like I said, there's a difference between morally right and legally right. I've never been on this highway before. But anyway, he's taking advantage of drivers that need help, And I just don't like that. I don't. Anybody out there that has questions on truck driving, be it, companies to start at, schooling, pre-trip inspections, whatever. There's, just on YouTube alone, there are hundreds of people that are willing to answer these questions for you for free. And they're happy to do it. I've been driving 10 years, and by no means do I consider myself 100% proficient in this niche, as nobody is ever. Everybody can learn something new in every nook and cranny of the market, whatever. They can learn something new every day, no matter how long they've been at it. But I'd be comfortable to say that I could answer some basic questions, and I'm not gonna charge anybody for it. Maybe I should. I don't know. But I just want everybody out there that sees this video to understand you don't have to pay. You really don't. And again, I'm all for the free market, and I am participating in that free market by offering my services and other truck driver services for free. Alright? So, who are you going to want to go to? Which ice cream truck do you want to go to? Do you want to go to the ice cream truck that charges you $45 for the cone? Or do you want to go to the ice cream truck that's just going to dish it up and put it in the cone that you want and give it to you for free? I would probably choose the latter myself, especially when there's an abundance of those out there. See, and some of you might be asking, well, 2 years experience is 2 years experience. Why wouldn't you trust asking him questions? It's not that I wouldn't trust asking him a question. It's that I wouldn't want to pay for it and hope that he's not bullshitting me. Alright? If there's a question that I don't know an answer to, and I ask him, he's going to know if I'm willing to fork out this kind of money to answer this or to have this question answered. He will know that I don't have any clue what the answer is. So even if he doesn't know the answer, and I believe he's smart enough to do this, he could bullshit his way right through that, like a 14-year-old would bullshit his way through an essay that he didn't study for. Alright? that's just how I feel, and I'm sure he could do it, and you would not be the wiser. That's the problem. He could bullshit his way through. If you didn't know that 2 plus 2 equaled 4, and you called him and said, hey, Red, I'm willing to pay you this money for the answer to this question. What is 2 plus 2? Well, then if Red didn't know, he'd think for a second and say, oh, this guy doesn't know. I don't know. So maybe I'll just give him some extended response and say, well, you know what? It's 5.5. Whoop, rumble strip. It's 5.5. Okay, well, that's good enough for me because I didn't have any answer going in. So now I have an answer, and I just paid $45 to find that answer. You see what the problem is there? And this 404 Dave guy, I swear to God, he was like an infomercial. I swear to God, man, I swear to God. Anyway, he was like an infomercial for the guy. I swear, it seemed like RVT was paying him for advertising. That's what it's just so much bias was there. And another reason, another clear-cut case of why I wouldn't trust somebody like Red if I'm paying him for an answer is, here is an example of the lack of his experience. He just started a new job, which I'm, happy for him. It's a great job, it sounds like. It's team driving. I'm not a team driver. I can't trust another driver in the driver's seat while I'm trying to sleep. I really don't care how much money I make. I can't trust them. I've known several people that have drove teams, and they were sleeping in the bunk, and the driver got into an accident. That's literally, I've known several, so I just don't trust it. But anyway, he just started this new job, right? Great paying job. Happy for him. He went to a truck stop to get fuel. His first driving job, he only went through a couple states. Like Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. I think those are the only states he actually went through. Dedicated route. He was home pretty much almost every night. And now he's over the road. So he stopped at a truck stop that you fuel and then you go inside and pay. So it was probably a mom and pop type of truck stop. Not one of these big chains like Love's or Pilot or whatever. He was amazed by that. He was in shock. He actually made a live feed, and like for the first 5 minutes of the live feed, he was just talking about how amazed he was by this. That's not somebody I want to give $45 to find out a question or an answer to a question that I have. That it just instills very little faith. Obviously I'm an overweight guy, but I go to every day I'm at home, which I'm home on the weekends. Every day I'm at home, I go to the gym for at least an hour. And I've been losing weight, thank God. I've been losing a little bit of weight. But I do not have, even though I go to the gym throughout the weekend, probably a total of 2 to 3 hours for the weekend, I would not charge somebody if they asked me a question about personal fitness because I don't know enough about it. I'm a rookie. Red is a rookie behind the wheel. He needs more experience before he can think about starting to give people information. That's just my take. That's my opinion. This 404 Dave guy, he's something. I'll say that much. He thinks everybody's too stupid, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, seriously, he compared RVT to Mark Zuckerberg. That's nothing alike. It's nothing alike at all. All right. Mark Zuckerberg started a company from scratch. He started a company that I don't even think MySpace was MySpace even a thing when Zuckerberg started thinking about this business. Obviously, MySpace was around before Facebook was implemented, but was MySpace actually in practice before Zuckerberg started thinking about what he was doing? I don't know. But regardless, he basically had the monopoly on this. You know, he started it. It's just apples and oranges. There's nothing to compare. You're talking, I don't even know why I'm discussing it. Ooh, look at those Jeeps. Look at all those. Oh my God, I wish I could stop there. Damn it, boy. Anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you guys think. And again, yeah, this is kind of a long video for just simply talking and driving, but you know, again, I don't have any ill will towards RVT. He's doing pretty well out there right now, and that's great. Morally, I just can't comprehend how he can be doing what he's doing when it comes to charging drivers for information. Again, it's the free market, capitalism. He can do what he wants to in that regard, and I support that. I just don't see, with his little bit of experience, where he gets off doing it. But that's my opinion. So anyways, y'all, I am going to get off here and make my way on to 75. And we will see y'all another time. Have a good weekend, guys.